Hello, welcome to another episode of the GNPS. Ugenerali unjiniyela umfana wale enquthu ngawelithukela ngaza khona la kule banana thuza mamathuba. God, ish, beg. Yazin. It's another episode of the GNPS. As always, angihambing edwa. Uphethe Kevin. Celeni kwami. What's up, dog?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
Ngekrent, boy.
Fresh.
How have you been, man?
It's cool.
The people missed us. It's like we skipped a week.
I think also with all I think people will miss this format, you know.
Yeah.
More of an intimate format. I mean, we are still social distancing.
Yeah, man.
We're meter apart.
I can't even reach you. But yeah, man. I guess this is the next step. We're moving forward.
Yeah.
Just to just to get things going, man. Let's just jump right into it.
Yeah.
A few things. The Durban creative scene. What's going on? What have you seen, dog?
Oh, there's actually this very interesting concept emerging. Do you ever remember the drive-through, the Durban drive-through in what area would that be? Around the ICC in town?
Yeah.
Do you ever remember that? I don't know when you were in Durban, but there was this cinema. It was an outdoor cinema.
Yeah.
Drive-through. Yeah.
Is it back?
So the guys from Splashy Fan, and I also saw a poster that had Ukhulu, the guru on it.
Yeah.
And it looks like they're in talks with government, and they are possibly going to bring something like that back. So
Shoo. So we're gonna have a drive-in cinema.
It looks like it. I mean, obviously, with the current times, there's a lot of logistics and technical things that have to be organized and sorted out. But hey, man, I really do hope they pull it off. You know, it's something that was a highlight of my childhood, definitely.
Yeah.
Being able to, I think you paid it was like 30 Rand a car. You could like fill up the car. You just
I guess now the prices are gonna be quite steep, especially with the Ronas around, bro.
Yay, and the yeah, most definitely. So it's interesting, even with like the alcohol laws and stuff. It's going to be interesting how they pull that one off and how they actually get their money's worth, you know.
But do you see people behaving like? I mean, do you think Durban, are we obeying the laws of the lockdown? I don't know.
In a lot of places, but there's a few different perspectives when it comes to the lockdown. I mean, you know, it's crazy when you if you look at the news, when they show like the township, they kind of have this like negative. Look, these guys aren't respecting the lockdown. When you go to the suburbs, it's like, oh, look, there's Peter and John taking a nice friendly stroll. So yeah, man. I mean, you know what? People are doing their best. I feel people are doing their best under their own given circumstances, because not everyone's in the same situation. So
yeah, true.
We just have to understand that. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you've checked it out, but I saw Deeply Rooted doing something with artist here in Durban, because I think today is Sunday. They're doing something with Teabag, DJ Teabag.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like a live session. I watched a little bit of it in the beginning. That's quite dope. I think people should check that out.
Is it like an online? Could you maybe explain that a little bit?
The thing is, I only caught this from Teabag. So I just saw that he posted about it. It was a link. I think the site is www.deeplyrooted.co.za. Yeah.
All right, cool, yeah.
I think people can just go on the website and check it out, and you'll get the details there. But
nice. And I know on the visual arts perspective and tech, visual arts meets tech, there is an exhibition, online augmented reality exhibition that's taking place.
Wait. Yeah.
On Instagram, over Instagram, and it's a Durban-based thing. So I'm really excited for that. It's with Zofa. I'm actually trying to get this guy's name. Zofa Wallace.
Sorry if we butchered the name. Hey, we are trying.
Forgive me for the name, but you don't usually see is XH.
Just
The
a bunch
fun
of Zulu guys, man.
Yeah, but Xofa Wallace, and you can go on Instagram at Xofa Wallace. And yeah, man, they're putting that together. It's starting on the 29th of May up until the 22nd of June. So that's some fresh content to check out. And augmented reality, for those who don't know, it's similar to virtual reality, but it's not obviously something that you put over your face and look into. It's just you can go through it on your phone. And yeah, man, check that out. That's something that's a very fresh idea. And I would want all visual artists and also just general people who are tech enthusiasts to go and check that out. Yeah,
I guess we are truly transcending, Kev. I think we are transcending
slowly but surely.
Why? It's like you keep us at home, don't go outside, and then suddenly we're giving you augmented reality over social media.
Yeah,
I don't know. No, I'm kidding. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. But it's quite interesting. I guess, it's the way of life. With these things, one thing I've noted is that one minute it's on your screen, next minute it's right in front of you.
Yeah, I mean, we all have we are walking. How can I say this? We are walking with television, radio, and cameras in our pockets. We are walking with TV sets.
You don't need to be at home to watch your favorite soapy now.
You can be anywhere.
You
can be on a plane. Could be on the toilet.
You might as well move with the times, people. Don't be stuck at the back. Just embrace it.
Yeah,
it's the way of life. We are advancing, and not just that. It's gloom and doom. There's other benefits.
There's a lot of benefits.
That come with this. Not so predictable future.
And I mean, think about it. How much is a TV set these days? With DSTV and all of those included. Now you've just got to buy a phone. And I mean,
download an app.
Yeah, bearing in mind no one takes your phone from you.
Yeah.
But yeah, like now you just got to buy a phone, get some Wi-Fi, and you literally have access to all content, including the GNPS show.
Exactly. You better make sure everywhere. Spotify. Make sure you get us on Spotify. Podcast news. Not yet. We'll get into that. Still got one thing to mention.
Yes.
I think the KZN Department of Arts and Culture, I saw a poster. There's a little concert that they're doing for Africa Day. Yeah, so because tomorrow, Monday the 25th, it's Africa Day. So happy Africa Day to everyone. Africa, my boy.
Yeah. I don't even know why. I don't even really know about that. But hey, man, it's about time we actually had an Africa Day and just celebrate more than just the heritage, you know. I feel like Africa has made so many advancements that the world now enjoys. And yeah, man, like this is the cradle of humankind. So best believe, man.
Yeah, we have to celebrate Africa.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. So everyone, everywhere, Nigeria, Congo, Mozambique, Zimbabwe, Lesotho, Swaziland, Uganda, Rwanda, Nigeria. I said Nigeria, Sudan, Egypt, everywhere. Somalia. Peace to everyone. Peace to Africa. Let's move right along to SA music. Anything new on your side?
There's a lot.
What do you have?
So, Nepo Heard.
Oh, amazing vocalist.
Amazing talent.
Amazing.
And she's from Durban. So, you know what, guys? Just go and click and get her music. The EP that she just released is called The Girl.
Yeah.
Girl.
Dog. She's got some pipes on her, dog. Yo.
Yeah.
She can belt it.
Definitely.
And she's got a soothing voice.
Yeah, it's that soul. It's that soul music, you know.
It's a great EP.
Very soothing.
Yeah. I think it dropped a couple of weeks back.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
about a month now because it was
Yeah,
a
absolutely.
couple weeks into the lockdown that it dropped. And yes, I mean, it's unfortunate. She was meant to have a launch for it
Yeah.
that came with its own T-shirt. I can say that I supported that and I got the shirt. Still wear it to this day.
Nipo.
Shout out to Nipo.
Nipo, I ain't got no t-shirt. Unlike Kev,
it's
I would be
$100,
wearing
bro.
it right now.
It's $100, bro.
I don't mind.
Oh, okay.
I don't mind. Nipo, I don't mind. I got that 100 bands.
Yeah, so go check that out. And also, there's a new track that just dropped by God Not God, featuring TC.
Yeah.
It's called What You Inspired. Banger.
Banger.
So that dropped about 2 days ago from now, I guess.
Yeah.
Dropped 2 days ago, and it's very cool. I actually went to the same college as TC, and I've worked with God before.
Yo, TC.
And that's
TC is quite
talent.
good, bro. He's very talented. There's another track that it did with James. I think it was in 2019.
Yeah, they're on that same R&B futuristic vibe, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Most
yeah.
definitely. Those guys, and this is Durban talent. We haven't even gotten to anywhere else. Just scraping the surface of the phenomenal Durban talent.
We're still local.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I shot an episode with Uskindi. Oh boy.
Yo, he dropped some bars. He was in his car on his Instagram, and it was like this dialogue between two people, but it was a rap. I was like, wow,
Yo,
man,
that
this
nigga
is
is creative, dog. He is creative.
And it was so
hell.
funny. It was so funny. Like I enjoy good humor, man. And,
Yo.
and it was just crazy to see.
His play on words is quite impeccable.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you've listened to Zinger's album.
No, what is it called?
Oh my god. It's called On a Different.
Okay.
There's 10 tracks, features. It's got Wizkid, Makwa, Questa.
Eesh. Those are some heavy hitters, bro.
He's got, who else? He's got Lunatic.
Lunatic Beats.
Yeah, he's got Moonchild, Saneli.
Eesh.
He's got, who am I forgetting?
This is like a star. This is like a.
But like it's a very star-studded project.
Yeah.
And it's dope, bro. From track one, there's not a single track because he switches it up. It's not mellow. It's not just just one type of vibe. He takes you up and he takes you back down. You know, he's got everything in there.
That's
Everything.
So Zinger, right?
Yeah, Zinger.
I'll definitely check that out.
And on production, he had people like Zuchi Coke Dope,
Eesh.
Maporisa, obviously Makwa.
Yeah.
Yo, boy, aye.
So from what I'm getting,
Siyavuma.
it's like he took each of these guys, like these features, like Oquest and them, and he brought their producers along with them. So that's actually something exciting. I look forward to that.
It's really exciting. You know, I saw like, you know, most people like they're saying no, I saw a lot of people just criticizing artists like, okay, you gotta put out music like this, like that. For me, it's more of it's like we have many ways of consuming music. Yeah. Most people, okay, let me put it like this. Some people, they will listen to music on radio, over the radio.
Yeah.
So that's the only time they listen to music. Some people, they will listen to music at the club. That's the time that they get to hear music. Some people listen to music when they're driving. Some people listen to music when they're working out. So there's always, some people listen to music when they wanna, they brainstorming or working on something. You know, there's many means and ways to consume music.
Yeah.
So
that's for sure. Yeah.
Like when people sort of criticize artists for putting out music that doesn't match our current
Mood
physical moods or social circumstance. Like, because right now we can't go to the club, so why you gotta put out a track that's gonna remind us of the club type of vibe?
Exactly. And I mean,
meanwhile,
artists
if I could listen to the same song while I'm working out,
exactly,
it's gonna give me the energy that I need.
and art is boundless. Not everyone is going through the same mood or emotion at every given moment. It's just about providing that backdrop to someone's day. If someone's having that fitness day, like you know what I mean, it's nice to have that high tempo music. And sometimes, you're actually just studying, you're just reading, you want something playing in the background. So you're definitely right about that. Music is consumed in many different ways.
So I appreciate all the artists that are putting out great music. Also, I'd like to mention Dick Koala, man. Oh my God.
I saw is it a project that she's... was it a single?
I think it's a single. Yeah. Nyenzeli Culture. Oh my God. Damn. That's a banger.
And it's good to see females dominating the space.
Super Mega.
Ow. Yeah,
Super Mega drops 3 tracks. They jump straight to number 1, 2, and 3.
In my opinion, when it comes to music, I'm not even going to talk about anything else because I'm about the music. When it comes to music, he doesn't disappoint, bro.
Yeah.
AKA, for me, he doesn't disappoint. That song, Energy, dope, featuring Gemini Major. That's available on YouTube. That's actually where I actually caught up with it. And then the other one, what's it called? Cross My Heart. Yeah, Cross My Heart was another one, and that's produced by Tweezy.
Yeah.
And
Cross My Heart is quite informative. It goes in on a lot.
Yeah.
But I don't want to get into that.
But I really liked the production on that because it didn't just do the typical kwaito or typical amapiano mix. He kind of blended in, like he switched the tempo up. He had a bit of that bass we like from amapiano. He had that kwaito bump and that, and then just AKA to just cherry on top, man. That's stellar performance for me, bro.
Yeah, just a few mentions while we're still at this music topic. I bumped into 2 dope artists on iTunes, bro. One by the name of Zusa, I think is from Poughkeepsie, and then there's PG the Awesome. I hope I said it right, but yeah, those are 2 artists that I think that people in SA should look out for going forward. They've got some great music. Zusa has got an EP. It's called Sets Advice. It's available on iTunes. Also, PG the Awesome. He's got an EP, Love or Lust. Check it out.
Yeah. And just on the closing on that, for all those who don't know, I'm also a producer, making beats, mixing and mastering and stuff. And we have a track with Groovy Mave, Durban. Phenomenal Durban talents, Kwaito, great vibes, hip hop. So yeah, there's a track called 4 Chords featuring Uzi Po, and it's me on the beat. So just look out for that soon, man.
Yeah. Oh, I also discovered another MC from Botswana. His name is Ozzy F. Teddy.
Ozzy F. Teddy.
Oh my God. Ozzy F. Teddy. Check that nigga out. He's got some dope shit.
What are you using to discover music right now?
Right now, I use Twitter. Twitter is like very helpful.
Okay.
Because it's easier. Everyone just every now and again. So with Twitter, they'll put trends like for you to follow. They'll give you options on trends to follow. So one of the trends that I'll follow is music. So anything that's musically related to obviously where I am, depending also who you're following. So you also see mostly those kind of news. So anyone whenever anyone posts a thing like a link leading to a music platform.
So it's like mainly those recommendations and okay.
And obviously some of these artists they'll tag like local artists. Maybe if I'm scrolling down your timeline, say KO, and I'll see an artist from Namibia
Mm.
tagging KO, saying,
Yeah.
listen to my shit. Then I go in and listen to their shit.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope. Are you Apple Music, Spotify? What are you using?
Yeah. I'm Apple Music
Okay.
mostly.
I'm
But
Spotify.
now, Joe Rogan might have given me another reason to reconsider my decision. We'll get into that.
We'll get into that.
We'll get into that. Yeah, man. Man, there's a lot of great music out there that's local. People should check it out. Support your own local artists, man.
Yeah, local is lekker.
When you're online, make sure you're playing 80%. No, listen. You know, I was thinking about this thing. People used to say government must change and they must create a law to say on radio we must play more.
Oh, the 90, what is it, 90%?
90% South Africa.
I don't think they're doing that.
Let's forget about the radio, people. Hello, we got our lovely phones where we listen to music. This is where we consume music. So what do? You make it 100% local, baby. Whenever you're on iTunes, 100% local. When you're on Spotify, 100% local.
Power's in your hands, man.
Everywhere. On YouTube, make sure. It's highly important that going forward, and that as far as digital is concerned, we'd rather have more people winning on this side.
That's true. Yeah.
I get it. You need to understand that as far as economics and business and finances is concerned, out here in these streets on the net, we have to keep the money at home.
Yeah.
So every time you click here and you choose Aigabi to play Drake instead of AKA or James Ujamapel or Loki or any South African artist or African artist, there was you just took the money, Ellie Hoop to the other side.
Yeah.
We as Costa. So get with the program, people. Get with the program. Let's consume local.
Lots of
Thank you.
great local content.
In abundance. Speaking about content, any content you want to recommend for us, Kev?
Ooh. Content. Just the word content.
Content.
It's very loaded, man. And you know, there's a lot of changes now. Content is currency right now.
Highly.
Content is currency.
Highly. You could say that again, bro. You could say that again. It is currency.
But so this week, Absolute Essay had another one of their master classes featuring African Ginger. He's an illustrator. So all those who are following me should be following him. Another South African, Cape Townian. And yeah, man, follow him. He's got a nice masterclass with Trevor Sturman. Great interview for all of those who are in the design space. All the freelancers out there. Yeah, I'm sure that will be a great conversation for you guys to check out. And yeah, what are you?
Well, just one thing, né? Yeah, I don't know if you've noticed. I saw that print media is kind of on a downscale.
Yeah, that big media house, that big print media house, closed down. I'm forgetting their name. But they had all the main magazines. I think like Drum and all of those magazines.
Cosmopolitan. Yeah. So all that is closed down. But locally, we have Michael Uzinhle. She's the editor and founder, creator of an online magazine, ECBs.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You can find it online. Check out Uzinhle Zikali. And let me just give you her Instagram handle.
And is she doing like her own magazine?
Yeah,
she's a whole magazine.
She's doing her own magazine.
I think, you know, when it comes to this fight between digital and paper, the traditional paper print, I feel like, you know what, for the nostalgic heads, the people that are collectors that do like to hold something while they're reading, I think it's still important. It's not something that has completely died out. I just think that to put most of your financial backing behind that might be a little bit outdated.
Yeah.
But it's not to say that there aren't people that still read. Like, I mean, when I see my father and my mother, they're still reading paper, you know. Like, cell phones, for them, it's still a bit of a tricky thing. And it just depends on your consumer, the age group. Who are you trying to reach with the content that you're putting out? And then I think you can make an informative decision from there. But
it's safe to say that print is literally gone right now.
In the traditional way we thought of it.
Yeah. Absolutely. I'm not saying they gone because obviously they got online mediums.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, also with social media, a lot of content, like if you're already seeing, okay, let's just say I get a Cosmopolitan and they have a story on whatever the story is. You might have already seen that story from their Instagram page. Yeah. Or you might have seen that story from the person that the story is about. You might have seen them posting something. So sometimes by the time you're actually going to get this in a physical copy, it's late, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's to do with social media and how fast that medium is moving. But, hey, you know, and these subscriptions as well.
But there's going to come a time when subscribing won't be an issue. It will be the norm. It won't be so taboo. It won't be looked upon as something like, hey, I just let 100 rand slip out of my pocket by subscribing to that podcast. Because that's how it seems right now. So there's going to be a time where people will be willing to subscribe to shit.
Yeah, I mean, and if you were previously subscribed to anything like a Cosmopolitan, that money still has to go somewhere at the end of the day. Like, if they stop putting out, like now I actually saw the other day that they have, you know, your Men's Health and Cosmopolitan, they have digital issues and you can subscribe to that and then they just send you this every month. They send you it via email. Yeah. So it's still the same. It's just that now you're getting it in a different format. It's costing them less in terms of printing, which saves the planet.
Yeah.
If you about that life. And yeah, man, it's still encouraging people to read.
No, but you know what? I don't think they should be looking at it that way because, I mean, if let's say for instance, I like to read the Men's Health magazine. Mm-hmm. So just because it's not available in hard copy doesn't mean that I'm now not willing to pay to get the content that I was getting from a Men's Health magazine.
Yeah, I totally agree.
And obviously, I think when they make the magazine, they target people such as myself.
Yeah,
you know, people that actually value the content that they're producing. So just because now you can't print magazines and go put them at the shops and have them linger there and hope, and somebody who's not interested like I am will hopefully pick it up and buy it. You know, so now you're dealing directly. You know who you're dealing with. You know
who your consumer
is. You know
who
your consumer.
But don't you think there's a level of entitlement when it comes to digital? Because now someone can type in Men's Health Volume 3, free issue, free download. Someone out there has bought and subscribed, paid for it.
Yeah.
But then now he's giving that to everyone for free, which is, yes, it is undercutting the actual seller, the person who's selling it. But it's also creating, I feel, a lot of this digital products create a bit of an entitlement to people's content, whereby you don't feel like you're entitled to pay for it. You feel like you're entitled to have it for free. Because
you want online, it should be for free.
You want my vote, you want my viewer, you want me to view, you want my attention. So therefore, that's going to cost you releasing your content for free. So people like the consumer now also has something to leverage. I feel with these digital products, like they know they're like, okay, well, if you're not gonna put it out for free, there's Joe Bloke over there. He's putting out his magazine for free. So like, screw you, bruh. Like, you know,
Stuff you.
and I feel like there is that sense of entitlement. It's a generalized opinion. It's not facts everywhere across the board, but I do feel sometimes with this digital realm, it's like music. Like I enjoy paying the 60 rand I pay a month for Spotify because, like, at a click away, I can get anybody's music.
Yeah.
That for me is very valuable. And for 60 rand a month, what I'm playing, that's like nothing, bro. That's like 1 gig
Compared to the amount of music that you're listening to.
Yo. And think about it. If you go to one event, that's already like 100 rand. You're paying that once a month instead of you going to an event every weekend.
To listen to some of the artists that probably you don't even like.
Exactly.
Yeah, you have direct access. You choose the artists that you listen to.
So I think print media also needs to find a way, like not a streaming way, but sort of something similar. Like you paying this one content distributor.
So you mean bundle up?
Yeah, they need to bundle up, bro. They need to tighten up, tighten their act up, bro. I imagine if they have like
So we got an app where you can just go read magazines. Hey, that's an idea. Don't steal it.
Oh wow, we just yeah. Yeah, but you see something like that, like the music people did it. They realized that okay, you know what, we either move forward or we get.
But you know what? You know, this thing keeps coming up in this podcast. I was watching this interview that Wall Street Journal did with Will I Am from the Black Eyed Peas.
Yo, he's huge into tech, yeah.
And I think this was in 2013. Yeah, 2013. When I think this is when Google Play was being launched.
Yeah.
And he was saying that music has always been technology.
Yeah,
Nobody owns music. And he was making a point that if artists want to make money out of music, then they should sell products in their music. And the example that he used was Dr. Dre and Beats. Because you look at that
$1 billion franchise,
and you look at what Jay-Z did with
Tidal.
Well, he created that.
Yeah.
So what's that champagne? Bubbly?
Douce.
Yeah.
Is it Douce?
Yeah. Look at that.
I don't drink their champagne, but Douce. Yeah.
You know?
I definitely.
So those are the kind of moves. And it then, I brought it back to here. And then I sort of understood why Casper moves the way that he moves.
How
like
so?
In the sense that with Casper, everything is brand orientated. When he makes his music, he already has an idea to link up with a brand. You understand?
Yeah, fully.
So for him, it's then easier to make business with these brands.
Yeah. And it's easier to merge those ideas, and it's not too far astray where it just seems like a brand is just jumping on your hype, as opposed to actually they're jumping onto a concept now that you've laid out. Yeah.
So, and then I'm starting to think that, you know, maybe we need to rethink this whole music thing, you know, because also I was watching this I don't know if I should call it a documentary or what, but it was on Carte Blanche.
Yes, it was with
The Kiffness.
the Kiffness. I actually saw
about
it from
royalties not being paid by
Ooh.
Sampra and Samro.
or royalties getting paid to the wrong person.
Oh, yeah, and all those kind of things. Well, not royalties not being paid by Samra or Sampra. Royalties being paid to the wrong people, or royalties not getting to the right people. That's the correct one.
Dropping the ball, bro.
So, and all those things, then it makes me think that, maybe music needs a new approach. Who do you see? Do you see anyone who's maybe amongst the young up and coming artists who sort of are brand orientated?
Well, okay, I'll divert that one a little bit. But in terms of South Africa, AKA, just to revert back to him, he has just launched his AKA TV channel. He calls it a channel, not an app, but it's an app. Anyway, it's an application. His channel. And he
AKA
had some
TV.
Yeah, AKA TV. And he had some interesting remarks to make about that. And one that a few that I took from the Slick on Live, Slick on, am I saying that correctly?
Yeah,
on Uslicker, yeah. On his channel was that he feels that content is now, because events are closed. Events are closed, that means you're not performing, which means you're not getting that money directly like that anymore.
Yeah.
Now you have to look at your content, your streams, and your online presence. That is now your most valuable asset, your catalog, and what you can do with it. And now what he was saying was that a lot of artists and DJs are going to brands, and the brand is doing something on their Instagram page. I don't know whether they're getting paid. I don't want to comment on that. But he was saying that why give that content away for free when that is now has become your purchasing point?
Yeah.
Is that why don't these brands actually buy the content from you and then distribute it through their platforms or whatever?
Yeah.
Because now if you are going to do a video of yourself, you got 10,000 people watching. That's huge.
Yeah.
A lot of these broadcasters don't have...
Don't say that. That's where we at. Now, you don't want people to... I'm kidding. But it's right. Kevin, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
And that content is currency.
Content is currency. Like people are on their phones.
Right now...
And I really thought that move was smart, There's someone who, I don't really know how much he makes on the road and anything like that. And I don't know his record label situations. But it's taking your own content into your own hands and you being able to now take back your own power.
And not only that, if you can't, it's not to say that, okay, just because we're saying content is currency, doesn't mean now that, okay, obviously if you can't document content for yourself, doesn't mean now you're doomed. Just view it this way. If you're an artist and you have great music, but you don't have means to produce content for yourself. So you identify platforms that you can associate yourself with
100%.
in order to get your content out there.
Yeah.
So and you have to understand that if there is no platform what am I gonna endorsing what you're doing or creating content or having content about what you're doing, it's a disservice to you. It's an honest truth. Because if I go online, there's so much music. There's a lot of music. There's so many great songs that you can find online. But there's that much content.
Yeah.
And
I think these it's just about finding ways to manage it and distribute it properly and in an organized fashion. And I think the people that are realizing that right now are going to push on while everyone's moaning and groping.
Yeah.
The leaders are really going to stand up, take the challenge on, and come out with the trophy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and all these things do take time.
Yeah.
That's it's not that now
It's not
that
gonna
we're
happen.
in some lockdown situation that now we're all of a sudden in 2050. No. We still know that a lot of people don't have access to these things.
Never mind that. Like, even if we do go back, even if, let's say, it's 2021 or 2022, they say there's no lockdown. See, online or the internet is going to be even more important. The value within the online space or the digital world is going to increase exponentially over the coming years, as you can see right now.
Most definitely.
So don't get left behind. And by the way, the name of the editor of ECB's magazine is Uzinhle Zigalala, sorry. And her Instagram handle is Zich Zigalala, ZITCHZIKALALA. So follow her and also follow the magazine at CBZ_magazine.
Yeah. And also, if you're in Durban and if you're in South Africa in general, yeah, man, just check out Roots TV, Roots Up TV, that is, sorry. Check them out and get involved, man. That's another great Durban platform like ours that's creating content around musicians and artists. So
bro, shout out to sorry.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dog. Oh shit. Dog Devin.
Yes, for the he's actually someone I was actually wanting to get to. He's got the he's with the Go app.
Yeah, Gigo app.
Gigo, you call it Gigo?
I don't know. Is it what? I think it's called Gigo.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
That's GEE.
Yeah.
GO. And yeah, man, you should definitely look at all the content. There's great DJ mixes there.
I haven't been on the
week.
Gigo app in a while. What content have you been on it?
I did check it out, but then due to space on my phone, I took it off. But
I think I saw that this one time he showed that there was going to be somebody playing live.
Yes, he's had a couple of people international stream like live streams. A lot of local DJs, great South African DJs that are uploading mixes, and yeah, man, like also just great conversations. They're having conversations there that you can read up on. It's very diversified content.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of everything there for everyone.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And Rootup TV. Anything else?
They've got some listening sessions. They actually got a listening session coming up soon.
Yeah.
They had Easy Freak. Easy Freak's another Durban. I mean, does the Durban talent never stop? But they had Easy Freak on there, so you can check them out at Roots Up TV on Instagram. Yeah.
Have you been watching the Last Dance?
Hey, I still need to check it out. And I've been dodging so many conversations that had The Last Dance in it. I've just been like, okay, don't spoil it for me. I want to check it out,
dude.
But I watched a couple of snippets.
No, I can't talk about that. I don't really want it.
It's all good.
Okay, I won't talk about it because you haven't watched it. I don't want to ruin it for you, and I really want you to watch this, bro.
But I'm a huge Jordan fan, so
yeah.
I mean, go ahead, bro.
No. I'll let you watch it.
Okay.
It's gonna be the conversation is gonna be much more interesting when you've watched it as well.
Okay. Word.
And then also, I'd just like to give a shout out to Sludge Underground Podcast. It's another Durban local podcast. Check them out, man. I think on the latest episode they had maybe I'm behind. But the last one I listened to was with Pete Dog. Yeah.
Okay. Was P Dog on that podcast?
Yeah, he was on there. Yeah,
Interesting.
dope podcast. Check them out. / Underground.
Mm.
Yeah, and do you know about OnlyFans?
No, I don't know about OnlyFans now.
You don't know about OnlyFans?
It's something I've been seeing all over, but I don't know. And I don't know why it's just making me laugh because I've been seeing it like so many places.
Bro, yo. Okay, I've never been on OnlyFans. I've only read about OnlyFans.
Okay.
Honestly. Purely because I don't have the money. I don't have the money that's needed
is
for
it that
OnlyFans.
international platform that they had
Bro, all
the online
all
strip
the
club or
platforms are international. What do you mean?
Yeah, but coming from there, I would
Yeah,
say.
everything starts that side, then it trickles down, and it's right here now.
Is it that one with the online strip club? Am I
Yeah,
correct?
like there's I don't know about the strip club, but like there's everything. Basically, on OnlyFans, from what I know, is that correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Just you can correct me. It's fine. I'm telling it from how I know it. Basically, it's like an app, somewhat. It's just like sort of like Instagram. So people can go on, and you'll find various people, ladies mostly, that produce content there. It's like content that Instagram wouldn't allow.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's that X-rated stuff. Excuse me.
Okay, that's interesting. I think it is the same one that I was hearing about that on its first live stream
Bro.
they shut the whole
Apparently,
system down.
people are buying houses with the money that they make from OnlyFans. People are maintaining high-end lifestyles
I like
from
to
the
buy a
from the
house.
money that they make from OnlyFans.
Yo, man, give me that house, P.
Shake that toe, fat.
Yo, bro. And that just goes to show you how the times are moving and where people are focused, you know.
Bro, I remember there was a time I used to be scared to just take off my t-shirt in front of a camera. Thank you. Yimbe, phambi camera.
Hey.
And
Yeah,
now
it was taboo.
now it's crazy, bro. People are crazy. It's crazy.
So what I'm taking from it, it's a censorship friendly app, you know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no censorship. Like
because there's a lot of that going
anything
on right
goes.
now. Yeah.
And like basically, these the girls they can charge anything. You choose your own pricing. It's not set to. There's no price limits. You can't charge this much. Whatever you're charging, you're charging. And now I saw there's a guy who was reviewing the content. It's like he has started a YouTube channel where he reviews OnlyFans content. So he will tell you.
OnlyFans is creating jobs out here.
He will tell you which content to check out and which content not to check out.
Oh, pre-warning.
And give you reasons on top of that. Oh, it's crazy, bro. It is crazy.
There's a lot of these review, even people that are reviewing music. That's quite a big thing now, you know. Even just, it's usually like 4 people on the couch and they're just like listening to someone's song. And like, who would have ever thought that people want to see shit like that? Like,
Yeah, people want to see other people review other people's creativity.
Interesting, very interesting.
Well, would you watch people criticizing or critiquing this episode?
I would do it purely for the feedback.
Yeah.
And that feedback would, I know, help me to improve my game. And I mean, you know, you gotta separate the water and the oil, bruh.
True.
You gotta, you know, there's constructive criticism, and then there's just like hating, bruh. If someone says to you, if you say to someone, "Oh, I don't like that song," and then you're like, "Okay, what don't you like about that song?" You're like, "I just don't like that guy." that's hating. But if you say, yo, man, the beat wasn't for me, it was a bit slow, I enjoy this sort of, that's giving some sort of constructive criticism that if that person heard you, they could hear where they could improve. And if you give some solutions as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, but I don't know. Yeah, I would definitely check it out for the feedback, yeah. Would you?
True. Yeah, I would. I would. But I wouldn't comment. I wouldn't.
Yeah, engage.
See, I taught myself a rule, so please, people, excuse me. Like any comment, good or bad, no comment.
No comment?
Yeah, unless if you're asking me a question, like, yeah, then I need to answer. But like if you're giving an opinion, if it's good, I accept it. If it's bad, I don't accept it. Move on.
There's a lot of trolling
because
online, bro.
I feel like if the comments are good and you engage, and if once the comments start going south, that's how you get pulled into a situation.
Oh yeah, and people's like, oh look, he's gone quiet now.
Yeah.
And people. There's this general culture online where people are just looking for reactions.
Yeah, there are people who are just waiting for you to react, and I see a lot. I think, I don't know. Maybe other people enjoy it, but that's not for me.
Not for me, bro.
It is.
Leave something constructive, bro.
It is so not for me. Let's get into podcast matters, bro. The big one, the main topic for the day, the one that matters to us podcasters.
We see y'all.
Joe Rogan.
Hey.
Joe Rogan has set the standards, ladies and gentlemen. Podcasts are now being recognized. The price is out. The big fish is now swimming with another big fish or inside another big fish. I don't know how you look at it. But yeah, Joe Rogan joined Spotify as of August, September.
As of September, his content, they move his content there. And then I think from 2021, it's exclusively only available on Spotify. Exclusively.
So that means in this pond of ours that we call YouTube, one big shark is about to exit.
And the great white shark of all sharks.
The man with 190 million downloads. Where have you heard such?
I mean, yo, damn, he's got like, from what I saw, like 1,000, almost 1,500 episodes.
Bro.
Yo, that's a lot of work, bro.
Bro. That's 9 years of podcasting.
Hey. And he's rightfully earned that seat. And we don't only know Joe Rogan from podcasting. People that used to watch Fear Factor back in the days, Joe Rogan was there. People that watched UFC, I think is it UFC?
Yeah.
He did jiu-jitsu and stuff like that. People followed him there,
Yeah.
He also, people that like comedy. Like, think about the amount of places he's rapped. The amount of respect and rep he's actually got from these various things. Like, I watched Fear Factor in my younger days.
Yeah, true.
Comedy as well. I didn't really watch his comedy that much, but he had a couple of like cool specials.
He has a lot of cool specials.
Take it from someone who knows about those specials. He has a lot of those. And even with this track record and fighting, he's got videos online. You can just actually go and Google it. So think about all of that,
bro,
tunneled and funneled into the podcast game, and like
that stories for days.
Yeah, lots of stories, and a lot of people that he's met,
Yeah,
and his interviews are great. Like he's had some, he has many, and think about it. In Joe Rogan's podcast now, when you're looking for the greatest of the great, you can always go there and find like a great interview. That's like he set the standard, you know, and it's admirable. Bro. I'm really inspired by Joe Rogan and this current deal that he made. Was worth something like what, 100 million?
I
think it's more, but
it's close to. From the source that I read from, it said it's close to 100 million.
Look at
But
that.
obviously, Spotify is not disclosing that. They don't want us to know
That's just the
how
front.
much we worth.
That's just the front end.
Because, you know what, for me, bro, this said to me, first of all, I need to take what I'm doing here seriously. Because if Spotify is willing to pay that much for Joe Rogan, who's one of the best, because he is one of the best. Hey, I wonder how much they're willing to pay us after 10 years.
Interesting.
For me, that's how I looked at this. And right now, Joe Rogan is, as soon as he signed a deal, Spotify stocks
Went up by like 7%, yeah.
Sure.
That's a very interesting.
So that means Joe Rogan is bigger than the musicians on Spotify.
He's raising the stock market value. That's something to take
No
lightly.
Drake, you behind Joe Rogan right now.
A lot of people are buying Joe Rogan right now. And you know, another interesting thing about that stock market increase is that because Spotify is a multi-billion dollar, almost in the trillions, that company is worth billions. A 7% increase means that if the company was valued at 100 billion, you just went up 7 billions. Imagine that. It's a whole 7 billion just by you investing 100 million. Or let's just say
In one podcast. One. That's one.
So essentially, you could actually go as far as to say that Joe Rogan's content is worth billions.
Bro.
Think about that value.
Now, another thing. What does this mean for the rest of us who are in podcasting? This means now is not the time to play around.
Better come correct.
Now's the time to put on your big boy pants, man up, and get ready. And mediocre, or we're there but we're not really there, is not going to cut it.
It's when they're serious.
So, and another thing, it means what we're doing here, you can now see that there's a huge opportunity, because Joe Rogan is big the way that he is because of the support or the audience he can garner there. On the side of the planet, it means that you know what I mean.
It's time to step it up.
You know?
For real, especially just being content creators. I mean, like, if we looking at Africa, because you see, America, we sometimes forget that it's North America and South America.
Yeah.
Africa, yes, we need to actually look at ourselves as the United States of Africa. We need to have content that can reach out as far as Egypt and as low as South Africa.
Yeah.
And touch everywhere in between.
That's the vision. That's how we need to think. You cannot think that, you are here. You just here.
It's a global agenda now.
It's on a continental level now. And mind you, we are on the outside looking in as far as Joe Rogan is concerned. So when somebody is on that side, on the outside looking in to Africa, you better make sure that you stand out.
Yeah, and you're providing valuable content.
True.
And that reflects not only a positive image, but a true image of what's happening here and what the possibilities actually are.
True. Absolutely. So yeah, bro, as I'm saying, Joe Rogan has really set the standards as far as podcasting is concerned.
Yeah.
I think we now all have a sort of, we can benchmark our own value charts as far as podcasters are concerned to assess the value of your content or of your podcast.
I think
So
no
to
one
say.
actually knew before what the possibilities were. And now that there's a deal like this that's just gone down, it really opens up the thinking. And
Yeah.
and not only in terms of what we're thinking, but in terms of what these other corporations are thinking, like your Spotify's, how they are actually looking to invest in podcast creators and people on that front, in the audio world, actually, I say,
I think iTunes must be
Hey, they must be looking at it like dropped the ball.
and YouTube.
You see, another thing is that Spotify just bought the licensing for his show. They didn't actually buy anything. I don't think
They didn't buy the podcast.
Yeah, so he gets to now effectively talk about whatever he wants to talk about, uncensored.
Yeah.
Whereas YouTube, YouTube has actually lately has been
They pull you down if you play content that's
yeah, so there's certain things you can talk about, certain things you just cannot mention. And they pull your content down. So now that puts so much power also back in the hands of podcasters to actually look at like, okay, you know what? If you are talking about controversial things that these people don't want you to talk about, then you know what? Give Spotify a call.
But I don't think it's just Spotify.
Yeah.
I like to salute Joe Rogan, bro.
Yeah.
Because I know that was the one stumbling block as far as everything. Because Joe Rogan, honestly, to be honest, did he have a reason to take on this deal? If you ask me, no. I don't think so. I don't
I
really.
see pros and cons.
Financially, can you really say he need?
Nah, I don't. I wouldn't go as far as to say he needed to do this. They all was in some sort of.
I don't think so,
Nah.
bro. Because if maybe I was Joe Rogan, like for somebody to want to come in on what I was doing and what I'm doing, and it's at that point, you'd have to, there would have to be a lot of conditions. So I know that probably he fought for that. And with him fighting for that, it now, see, platforms like your iTunes, platforms like your Deezer, your Jukes, and all these other guys that are playing this digital streaming service game, they now have no choice because they know that's available. So if they want to sign up a podcast exclusively to their platform, they can't give a deal that, in terms of conditions, as far as production is concerned. I'm not talking about the finances of it.
Yeah.
They cannot give a deal less than what Joe Rogan got out of Spotify. Because if you ask me, if Spotify were to come to me right now, the only thing I'd be willing to take less than what Joe Rogan got is the money. Everything else, the same.
Yeah. Of course, yeah. And also, you see, the thing is, companies like Spotify have also bought podcast making companies like Anchor
Yeah.
and so forth. So,
They're
you know,
basically tying up the whole podcast game.
the audio, you see, they're not even just limited to that. They got music. They got, it's only a matter of time. It's only just literally a matter of time. And these other competitors, hey,
They sleeping, bro.
they're sleeping. They're not seeing the value of what's going on. I mean, like, if you are an avid YouTuber and you like always on YouTube, you know that like Joe Rogan, you can see the numbers that he does. It's like it's facts. Like, there's so many people watching all the time.
All the time.
The subscribers is even like, whoa, And then this is just one pillar of the stuff that he's doing. So just think about like it's huge. It's phenomenal.
Yeah, it is. It is quite phenomenal. Well, I think we'll leave that there for now. Any other podcasting news that you have on your side?
Not currently that I'm willing to share at the moment.
Listening to any new podcast?
There's a few smaller ones. There's like Fly By Night. There's I tune into Russell Brand's one every now and again.
Oh, what's the name of Russell's podcast?
I'm not sure, but I like it because he talks about some spiritual stuff.
Stuff. Yeah, he does a lot of spiritual content.
Yeah, and he has great guests as well, and certain things that he does.
Man, there's a podcast I wanted to shout out, bro, and
it's the African one?
No. There's one from Nigeria, and then there's another one from Zimbabwe. Yeah. Hey, I've been meaning to mention, if you have a podcast, any African-based podcast, that you'd like us to give a mention here on the podcast, drop me an email. My email is, you can find it on, okay, I'll tell you. Let me just say it. musalens@gmail.com. That's musalantz@gmail.com. Musalens, musalantz@gmail.com.
Yeah. And while you liking and subscribing,
so
just
don't
add a comment.
Sorry. Don't please don't write a whole essay. Let's just say, hey, here's the link to my podcast. Yeah. Keep
it short and sweet,
nice and easy, and then we'll take it from there if we need to communicate. So I'll give a shout out. So if you're starting a podcast, it's easier when you give me a link because I can see where people can find it. So yeah, let's grow one another. Anywhere from Africa. If you're in Africa, Egypt, Congo, Senegal, Cameroon, anyway, Kenya,
Burundi, Mozambique, Angola,
Rwanda, everywhere. Just send your thing, and I'll give you a shout out. Otherwise, before we close this off, let's move on to story of the day. I'll start with this one. There's quite a few. I saw somewhere. Oh, okay. I read on Bloomberg.
That's a financial.
An article.
Yeah.
An article talking about. They were speaking to this tech company exec about technology that they're developing to make the airports safe. In terms of official traveling is permitted. Like everyone is free to fly anyway. So basically, they're a company where they design these lasers that detect virus particles in the air, and shoots them with these laser beams.
Oh shit,
bro!
Oh shit!
It's a freaking movie. And he was talking. He was talking about infrared cameras that can read your temperatures as soon as you jump out of the cab and you enter the airport. So if your temperature is spiking, they could just disperse the authorities to stop you dead in your
Zap
tracks
you with a laser.
before you infect the community. I'm like, yo, what the hell we living in, dog?
It sounds so dope because of what we're all going through right now, but it also sounds very tricky.
But this guy was on like, because he was saying that the only way you're gonna get traveling up again is because if you make people feel safe. So the only reason people will travel is that when they come to the airport, they must feel safe. And in order to make them feel safe, they will install these devices.
I think people are just like, fuck that shit. I'm trying to get on the next plane to
I'm like,
wherever.
I'm just trying to, I just need to go where I need to go. I don't need cameras.
Eesh. And it's very tricky, bro.
Like, okay, for security, it's enough to see the action. But like, hey, cameras that can take our temperatures. So you mean I could be traveling with my family? Let's say I'm a husband and a parent of 2 kids, and we're traveling, and obviously your cameras see me, and you see that out of the people that I'm traveling with, my temperature is spiking, whatever. And then you come and take me away from my kids like I'm a fucking criminal. Like I'm carrying drugs. Like, oh, come on.
Why is this guy sweating so much?
Come on.
He's guilty. Get him.
We cannot live like that. That's not the life we signed up for. Please.
Yo, man, I just hope I don't get zoomed because, you know, you carry these bags and you're sweating at the airport, bro. That's like everyone's story, bro. You rushing for whatever flight. Yo, just don't tackle me, bro. Just pull me aside. Just don't tackle me, bro.
So, yeah. And the other one, well, this one is more like Barry of the week, ne? So, Miss Bianca.
Hey, Bianca.
Miss Bianca. Skumbi.
Hey, girl.
Umaskumbi.
She dropped the ball, bruh.
Umaskumbi, unama jokes.
No.
Very funny.
Okay. I got a few perspectives on this, bruh.
Yeah. What's your take, Kev?
My take is I have 2 things.
Yeah.
So my first take is that, you know what, we are living in these times, and you just gotta be watching what the fuck you say. Don't just be talking loosely, bruh. And for that, I feel like she rightly deserved to be punished. You know,
bro, she got cancelled every way.
Yo, deeper. Yo, she got cancelled, bro. And you know what? This is so crazy is that it came from Black Twitter, bro. The FBI itself. The CIA, Twitter, the Twitter agents. Hey, they were on that job, bro.
Bro, everyone, I bet everyone, everywhere went and deleted old tweets. You'll find those dirty old tweets somewhere.
Clear those search histories, bro.
I need to get rid of this. You don't know when I might need to be misassayed.
Yo, okay. You know, another thing is that, I look at it in another way. Okay, everyone deserves forgiveness. However, there's all, like, people should be really more careful in terms of, guys, we know the history of this country. We know the history of this country. If you're going to go for a position like Miss SA, you need to know who you are representing.
Yeah.
That's number one. Do your own research, bro. You cannot be mocking, like number one, racial jokes. It's a very thin line.
It's a very thin line to
very,
toe.
very thin line.
Miss Kumbi
Hey.
was a very brave lady.
Hey, they zapped her, bruh.
That just didn't give a damn what you care. But I'm just gonna make these black jokes because I find them funny.
I mean, you see, the body shaming ones, I saw them as like, these are jokes that back in the days people used to have. Like that meme.
No. Hold that bus.
Let's see. Where's
No,
that bus stopping now?
No. It's not stopping. It just missed that fat bus stop. If you fat, you fat, bro. I'm sorry. Tough. No, racism and fat and body shame, no, two different things.
Two different, yeah. That's what I'm saying. I agree with that. Two different things.
Let's not condone this. No, I'm fat and I love it thing. No.
Health is very important, guys.
No. You are not healthy if you are obese. If you are obese, you are obese. That's a medical condition. You need to take some steps towards it. So, racism, Miss Kumbi, no
red
more.
Red card.
No more. And anyone
missing the next game.
If you white, here's some advice. Ne? It's easy, ne? Simple. The black jokes, keep it within, make sure the skin color is right.
Community guidelines,
please. So you must social distance the racial jokes. You must social distance them, keep them at home, just nje.
Sanitize that racism, bro. Sanitize that racism, please.
You must put some sanitizer on the thing, just in your.
Yeah.
So not on Twitter. Don't put it on Twitter.
Yo.
Leave the niggas and what to people like us.
Just keep it, yeah.
Nigga.
Another thing for me that kind of caught my attention was the apology.
Yeah.
The apology for me didn't seem sincere enough because you know what, like,
bro,
the reality is that you are white and you live in Africa. Right?
Yeah,
we have a history of the nonsense. Please come correct, because if you're gonna apologize, you need to actually see your context, where you were wrong, how you were wrong, what you actually were wrong about.
Yeah.
Having a generalized apology just does not actually cut it for me. Saying like, oh, your mom phoned you and you were trending or whatever, that's just not really good enough. Right? That means that you're only sorry that you got caught.
Yeah.
It's like if you're stealing and you get caught, you can't like victimize, play the victim. You gotta actually just be like, yo, Bang John, I was stealing. Caught red-handed. Sorry to the shopkeeper. Sorry to the people that witnessed this at home. This is a bad reflection on A, B, and C. And we can move forward. Because you know what? We know it's not all white people. We're not going to just generalize. But doing it publicly like that, and also having tweets where you're saying that fuck people's feelings, however they feel, fuck their feelings. It's deep, and you cannot be representing us with that sort of attitude.
Yeah, it's tough. You must must be a podcaster. You must start a podcast. Miss Kumbi, you must start a podcast.
Hey, but they dug up that story, bro.
I think she must just start a podcast, bro.
My thing is also, who's judging all of this criteria? Why is it that someone from Twitter, a random Twitter person, had to find that info? Isn't Miss SA, the actual people that are holding this pageant, aren't they doing adequate research?
Bro,
on these people?
You can't blame them.
After we are in Miss Crown, Miss Universe, guys,
this is how it went down. Ne? They announced that people should enter. You make a clip of yourself, and you enter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's what happened. So, what now? Do they need to go scroll through your tweets and see?
I just feel like they should,
because the guidelines are there that you shouldn't be involved in any controversial racial issues.
That brings them into disrepute.
Yeah, that will bring the brand into disrepute.
Disrepute, yeah. So for me, it's just, and you know what, bro? I just feel like, in your hearts, you should know. Why are you applying for these things when you know who you are? We shouldn't be policing you, bro.
No, Miss Kumbi, you must go back home, sit down, and pick other words in the dictionary to use.
Yeah, and really reflect. Because if you also look at just the demographics, people were unhappy, bro.
Yeah,
the same people that were going to be voting for you majority.
Did you see the DA saying that 89% of South Africa wants the country to get off lockdown? Bro. It's crazy.
They're very upset. I'm always that guy. Like there was actually an interview, and he just got super like pissed off for no reason. I mean, like the lady was actually provoking and like asking the questions really fast, not letting him fully reply, which can be annoying in an interview perspective, especially when you're addressing tense matters. But he didn't need to get angry.
Bro, hey, it's tough.
It's tough.
It's tough. Hey, before we go, I'd like to give a shout out to South African of the day, Miss Umama, Nkosazana. Hawu Madlamini.
Do us proud, please.
Hawu Zuma Mtholozi. Siyabonga ngokuvala impompi. Wavala wayiqinisa wenza show ukuthi abantu baphuza pineapple kuze kube leyo ndaba. No gwali, no nothing. Keep it up.
Hey, bayakhala abantu bayakhala.
I can vote for that.
Uyakhalwa. You know what, guys? Buffett, let's focus on our health. Then utshwala so fix, Buffett, it's not going anywhere.
Utshwala buyindawo bafowethu. Utshwala buzobuya njengamanje detox.
Yeah.
Stop complaining. Yeah, ukhala. Hey, bheka icele. What. Awenze something else. Yabo uma ungaqala wenze something else ngalesikhathi ubusinvest etshwaleni, yazi kunento ozoyibona. Uzothola ukuthi one mhlambe uzobe usunemali ephaketheni. Mawukade ungenayo imali ngeke usakweleta umuntu.
Shaya savings bafethu. Check and savings.
Enye into ade ngicabanga ukuthi abantu amajita ayiclubini mfethu ufike uthenge lama-girls, ama-drinks, ugcwalise itafula, ungcolise itafula wenze yonke leyo shandisi. Njengamanje uyibheka ukuthi nenyuka engakanani bra wami.
Yo, invest in your communities, guys. Let's stop ill behavior.
Wonke lama trips kuyavayo. Ekuse awulanda ingane ngapha. Ekuse awuvayo uthenga ama-ice. Ekuse yonke leyo nto le inyuka ephumayo kwenziwa yonke leyo shandisi le.
You know what I would like to really see is the statistics of how many people are actually being saved on the roads.
Bro,
I would like to just see those statistics because the amount of drinking and driving that happens.
If we get into the stats, we might uncover a certain truth.
Yeah. So I don't think the people are ready for that.
Let's close it off. Follow us on Instagram at GNPS_podcast. Follow myself with General_Geniela on Twitter, General_Genie. Please make sure right here, like la ekoneni leli, you subscribe. Upress lapho uzovela usubscribe. Usubscribe. Ngeke hambe imali, ngeke ulahlekelwe next. Uzoba grand emva kwalokho mina nawe sizozwana. Thank you to all the returning subscribers.
Thank you.
We appreciate you. To the new ones, welcome home.
What are you waiting?
Feel at home. Tell us what you think of the show. Maybe I might answer, but chances are I won't. So, but yeah, thanks for tuning in.
Thank you.
Kev will close us off. I'm done.
Yeah, man. Check me out. I'm on all platforms at Kev7. It's a boy. Perspective on the street. You know me. I'm out there. So yeah, guys, thank you for everything. Thank you for liking, subscribing, commenting, sharing. We really appreciate it. And yeah,
Peace.
See you on the next episode.